What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Yeah, how we doing, bro? Usually the whole intro is like welcome to the bunker, wonky and bunker channel. Oh, man, we don't got that shit today, all right? We're homeless. Okay. Today, y'all just got me. That's right, bro. Fuck y'all, bro. Y'all stuck with me. Ah. Yeah, y'all stuck with me this time, bro. Nah, but what's up, though? On a real note, though, let me tell y'all what's been happening pretty much, right? So, obviously, I'm gonna get the video out by Friday. If I do not get the video out by Friday, that's my bad, you feel me? But it's like, I will get the video out by today, hopefully, because I'm recording this on the fucking day I'm supposed to upload it. But, yeah, besides that, though, let me give y'all some context, bro. Where's Tiz? Where's the amazing co-host? He's dead. No, he's dead. Okay, I remembered. So what happened to my co-host, Tis, is that he went to Albania, I think, for like a whole fucking 2 weeks or something like that. So the plan was, right, is that we were gonna pre-record some episodes. So like, we were gonna pre-record this episode, the next one with the guest, this one, next one with the guest, this one. And then he was gonna go to Albania for a whole 2 weeks. And then I was supposed to upload it, upload all the videos, and get them all like, like pre-recorded and up. You know what I mean? But we ran into a fucking wall. Wanna know what that wall was? Tis, bruh. Tis was the wall, bruh. Literally, let me give you all the rundown, okay? I swear to God, it's like every episode I bitch about something with this dude, bruh. Fuck you, Tis. But no. Pretty much what happened this time is that when we were gonna pre-record the guest episode, when we were gonna pre-record the guest episode, I ended up finding a guest. Like I was searching for like a whole like hour and a half looking for a guest. Right? Tis was just over here talking to Life, being like, Life being our friend, by the way. But yeah, he was just yapping to Life about some dumb shit. Why I've been searching my ass off, bruh. And because of that, I ended up finding a guest. And when I brought him in, Tis was like, man, we could record another day, bro. The weather right now is awful. It's slightly drizzling. He said it was raining, but dude, this shit was like the most smallest rain I've ever seen in my life. That shit was not like no, bro. So because of that, Tissa ended up being like, "Oh man, it's slightly drizzling. I'm not even in the mood to record anymore. It's okay, bro. We will just record tomorrow or the day after." Okay. Time goes by, a day later, and this dude Tis, I kid you not, bro. Let me see if I can find the text because I do have our shit right here in DMs. Oh yeah. He said I try to hop on in Albania as good as I can. I'm like, what? You already left, brother? What? So he kind of left me all on my own to fend for myself. So I was like, fuck, okay. So fast forward to yesterday, and yesterday, by the way, yesterday for me and you, haha. But yeah, if I upload it on Friday, but yeah, yesterday for me, right? I'm like, okay, bet I gotta find a guest and record an episode, bro. I text all my friends and I'm like, hey, would y'all be down to hop into a podcast episode? Would y'all be down to talk, whatever? I heard no, fuck off, I hate you, oof yourself, suck a dick, no, I'm awkward, never. Okay. And because of that, I was left all alone, bro. And it's like, ain't no way, bro. Like, fuck. That shit is irritating as hell, bro. But yeah, because of that, I ended up being like, well, fuck. So I kind of just fucked around yesterday, just hanged out with the crew. And then we fast forward to today. Hi. And because of this, now I am recording by myself on today's episode. But hey, I hope y'all don't mind, you know what I mean? I hope y'all still love me, okay? My fault. That was kind of weird, but dude, okay, no, okay. Let me talk to y'all real quick, all right? Since this is my episode, okay, this is my episode, my time to shine, girl. Let me tell you about something, bro. Me and Tis, we disagree on a lot, right? But obviously, in the end, we still we could make a decision together. You know what I mean? Like it's not life or death, you know. So when me and Tis were making the podcast episode, we were deciding, oh, should we add music or should we keep the episode normal how it is and just not add anything? But then we kind of realized, or I wanted to add music, and Tess was like, "No, man, no, bro," because at that point, it's even a podcast, bro. Podcast is meant to be us talking, bro, not with no music. And I'm like, what? So with that in mind, I was kind of deciding today, like while recording or while doing this, if I should like add music or not, because I kind of want to, but at the same time, I don't know if that would break the laws and the rules of what I should be doing. You feel me? Because it's like I feel like me and Tis has to like agree on shit for it to slide. You know what I mean? Oh, so it's like yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'll decide later if I want to add music or not. I probably won't, but again, we'll see. But yeah, man. Like I said though, here we are with my own episode. I just have no idea what I'm gonna name it. And I hope you guys like the new banners. By the way, I added like how I have this right here, and I have this right here, and this right, this right here. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. But I'm looking at a black screen. By the way, I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna add. But enough with the yapping. Let's get into the episode, man. So to officially get into the first topic, the first topic is gonna be, I guess, like, did I even assume that I would be in this spot? The answer is no. I did not think that I'd be in a spot where I'd be having my own episode. To be honest, I thought that like this until the day we decide to stop the podcast. I thought that those 2 days were gonna be like, you feel me? Like I thought it was gonna be me and Tis. I did not think I would ever have my own episode. And at some point, I think I do want to give Tis his own episode because I do think it'll be fun. You know what I mean? I do think it'll be fun having Tis have like his own thing, being like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" Because he's awkward as fuck. Y'all don't know this, but Tis is a real awkward dude, bro. Like, whenever he like talks to women or like people for the first time, bro, this dude starts becoming awkward, bro. Like, oh hell no. And because of that, I do think it's pretty funny, like the idea of him doing his own episode. But I don't know. I've done this before. Like I told y'all before, I've done my own podcast. Way back when, and when I would do my podcast, fun fact, I also had a co-host. But then, eventually, as time went on, my podcast eventually just ghosted me. Like we were recording episodes, getting it uploaded because we used to live stream it too. So Chad would always be like, "Oh man, I love y'all. I love what y'all are doing." And then boom, right? Fast forward to like a week later, and my co-host, I'm gonna call him Goofy. I'm just gonna keep it open. Goofy ended up ghosting me, and because of that, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But then after that, like I didn't want the channel to die because that was like the farthest I've ever gotten in my career. And fun fact for everyone that doesn't know, for that podcast, I think I had like 223 subs if I'm correct. It was either 223 or it was I think like 240 at the peak. And yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Everything was going well, but again, like it felt like it was slowly dying, and I didn't really know what to do. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes, some days I would just wake up and be like, oh, we have to record. Oh my god, what am I gonna talk about this time? Oh my god, I'm gonna run out of ideas. Fuck. And because of that, right, I kept on like running into walls, like mental walls, where I was like, okay, my coast is gone, but I don't want to record without him, and I don't want to do stuff without him. So what am I gonna do? And because of that, I had no fucking clue at all, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was just sitting there, just like, like out of gas already, man, and I was just like, I was just tired mostly, and because of that, I ended up switching the podcast from a podcast episode or like from a podcast thing to a just a gaming channel where like I would just stream games, playthroughs, all that shit, which was great. It was great and fun, but it definitely came with its own like problems, right? Like one, right? We called it, or I called it, the Talking Lo-Fi Podcast, right? And because I named it that, everyone would come to my stream. They would call me Lo-Fi, by the way. That's where I got like my name on Discord from or whatever. But people would always be like, "Oh, what's up, Lo-Fi? Oh, how we doing today? What are we doing today?" And I'll be like, um, Call of Duty. Call of Duty. What? You're supposed to fucking yap to me for a whole hour about your fucking life, and I'm like, oh boy. Oh man. And because of that, like again, like that was like one of the hurdles and walls I kept on having to run into, you know what I mean? Because it was just so tiring, you know, having to explain to people cuz like at that point I was getting new subs and like new people coming in, but overall it just got so tiring, bro, cuz I kept on having to explain, "Oh yeah, my name was podcast, but we don't do it anymore." So it's like, "Oh my god, now I even need to now." And it's like I don't know, there's just a lot to do, but Yeah, and because that, it's like I never really did a podcast again, right? Until way, way, way later, where I did a podcast with my other friend. We're not friends anymore, but I used to like way later. I did a podcast. This was about like when I was 19 or 18 or so, and I did a podcast with my other friend, and then we ended up getting into a big fucking argument, and because of that, we ended up shutting that shit down. We ended up being like, you know what, man, we don't need the podcast, and we blocked each other, ghosted, and that brings us to today. Hi, for the second time. Um, yeah, and today it's like, yeah, I mean, it's cool because now I'm coasting with Tis, and I do trust Tis, right? Because like the thing with the other people is that like the first guy, Goofy was cool, but the issue with him is that like like he was cool, you know what I mean? And like we did hang out like every single day otherwise, but it felt like sometimes he kind of only wanted to do the podcast. You feel me? Like he would only hit me up and be like, "Oh hey, oh hey, Lo-Fi, you down to record?" And I'm like, "I guess." I mean, like, like if I have to, sure, bro. Because it was Sundays, so I just didn't feel like it, but it was whatever. But it was still fun though. It's just yeah, because I think that eventually he kind of gave up and realized that like that isn't where he wanted to take his career. He didn't want to commit to it, so because of that, he kind of just gave up on it. And yeah, and again with my other friend, we were friends for like 2 days. I think what happened is I think I literally joined a call with him, and I was literally like, "Hey man, you seem pretty cool. Want to be friends?" And he was like, "Sure." Oh no, sorry, correction. It was that same day. And then after we became friends, I ended up being like, "Oh, want to record a podcast?" He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because me and him were talking for a bit, and apparently he wanted to become like an editor for a long time. Like he wanted to be an editor, or he wanted to produce something, or even be a YouTuber or streamer himself. So because of that, we both were like, "Holy shit, we both are in love with the same stuff, dude. Let's do it together." But then, like I said, yeah, like things happened. We argued. We couldn't decide on what's what, and we ended up like closing it off. And yeah, man. But with Tis, the cool thing about having him as a co-host is that like me and Tis have been friends. We've been established friends for almost a year now. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been like half a year if I'm correct. Because yeah, like if I started my shit in November, I think Tis came in around November or even December for that matter. One of those 2 months. You know what I mean? And we're almost, we're kind of close-ish to November. And because of that, it's been a great time. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm talking with my actual friend that I know. We're getting close, bro. We're getting closer, and we're doing some cool fucking podcast stuff. So it's pretty weird now. You know what I mean? Especially because I have a PC now. um, like every other time I did the podcast or like my own version of a podcast, like the first channel, right, the Talking Lo-Fi one. The time I did that podcast, actually, it was on my PlayStation, and I had a PS4, but then I upgraded to PS5. So you could already imagine how bad that shit was. You know what I mean? For everyone that knows what I'm talking about, bro. PlayStation, dude, their mics have no filters at all. Like I'm not saying Xbox does, but the PlayStation ones are like super super nothing, bro. Like I have three fans on in the background right now. You guys could hear zero of them. While like back then you would hear the wait. Okay, well I can't do it without just straight up blasting your drums, but it's like you would hear the air like hella hella hella, you feel me? And because of that, it wasn't as professional as I wanted it to be, right? And then with my friend, I think that's when I just got a PC, but I didn't want to like do anything because he was already established as like the guy who would record and upload shit. So because of that, I was kind of just sitting there doing nothing, besides yapping. While like this time, dude, I'm the head fucking honcho. Dude, I get to edit, I get to do the banners, I get to make sure the audio sounds good, I get to add the ending and the outros. It's actually kind of crazy how much privilege and power I have now that I have a PC, you know what I mean? And now that I'm doing like the podcast like officially and professionally as I want to, now it's like I get to do that, you know what I mean? And it's pretty fucking cool being in control because now I feel like I have more reason to care, you know what I mean? While like with the first one, since it was on PlayStation, and since you can't change games without just ending off your live stream, um, it kind of sucked because sometimes I'll be on the game and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to play this fucking game because I like what we did is that we agreed that like it would be kind of boring if we just sat there. So we both thought it would be a cool idea if we have like gameplay in the background while we yap, you know what I mean? Which was the goal, and that was what we did. And yeah, it was a great fucking time, man. It was a great time, but overall, you know what I mean? You can't get as professional, as this, you know what I mean? So because that I didn't really put enough drive into it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel the motive to want to go even harder on it. You know what I mean? While like now it's like, bro, with Tis, if Tis actually like if Tis could help me out a little bit more with certain things here and there, I'm telling you, bro, we could take this shit to like 1 million subs, bro. I'm being so serious because genuinely I think that'll be fun. And we still have shit planned, by the way, or like we don't have a plan, but we have like a general idea of what we want to do when we hit like I don't know. We have milestone ideas, right? So like whenever we hit like episode 10, every 10th episode will be like this or that, or oh man, we do a double guest episode, or oh my god, we're gonna play a game for a whole hour and edit it for you guys. Yeah, I mean, like we had ideas like that going on, and we still are gonna do that. Like it's not like we're gonna just drop it dead and be like, die. But you know what I mean? It's definitely something that we need to work on and we need to figure it out before the episode 10. Cause dude, we're almost there. We're on episode what, like 6 right now? Like, dude, that's fucking crazy, bro. On episode 6, man, and like I'm not gonna lie, when me and Tis agreed on one episode every Friday, bro, I did not think that it would feel this fast. Like I feel like when I do these episodes with Tis, and I do think he would agree. Whenever we do these, yeah, we're on episode 5 right now, bro. Hey, that's us. But yeah, we're on episode 5 right now. That's crazy to think about, bro. But sorry, I got off topic. But yeah, like I was saying though, it's like it's so crazy to me, bro, because it's you know what I mean, like we're 6 episodes in. It's already been 6 weeks since we have established the idea of a podcast. You know what I mean? And it's crazy to think about because I thought that I would just sit there and being like, "Ugh, okay, I have to record another episode this week. Okay, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that." And yeah, it's been like slightly stressful just because, again, Kiss isn't really the most helpful with, recordings. But overall, though, man, it's been a great fucking time being able to just sit here and talk sometimes. Yeah, I mean, because I feel like I'm at a point in my life where like every single week is always a new like story I have. You know what I mean? Like there's always something new happening to me every week, and I don't know if that's good or bad because I haven't told anyone this, by the way. I haven't even told my stream yet, so you guys are the first to hear this. But oh no, sorry, I have told my stream. I've told my friends, and a good bit of my friends are in my streams. Okay, okay. I've told my friends. No, I told my. Okay, I've told my stream this actually. So you guys are the second people to hear this, but Um, yeah, like I guess just updates. This is the new segment, new topic by the way, but um yeah, I told my like girlfriend, my friends and my stream about like what I've been dealing with as of lately. Cuz lately I've been like feeling pretty down. Like the past like 4 days I've been getting better, but a week before this one, dude, oh my god, I was so overwhelmed. I was stressed and I was getting pissed, bro, because it's like I was like for the first time in my life, I've cried more than 2 times in 1 week. I cried I think a total of 4 or 5 times that whole week. It was like bad, bad, bad crying. I think I had one schizo attack, one panic attack. I had all of it, bro. She was horrible, bro. And it was because I was getting so overstressed and overworked. I mean, like I was trying to juggle everything and everyone, but also my friends would ask for advice, for example, right? And because I would want to give them the advice, they wouldn't fucking take it. And because of that, they would end up like a day or two later, they would end up making it my issue again, right? Where like once again they would start being like, "Oh man, oh why would you?" Or no, sorry. They would start like bitching and moaning about like their problems, right? So like let's say, try to think of another scenario so I don't dox my friends' and shit. Yeah, let's say one of them was dealing with like let's say one of them was dealing with like super bad thoughts, right? They would end up being like, "Oh man, could you help me with this, bro? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. Like, how do I feel better?" And then I would give them advice, and they wouldn't take it. But then, like 2 days later, right? 2 days later, they would start crying and like just complaining, which is understandable. But they'll start crying and complaining, and I'll be like, "Okay, well, why didn't you do what I told you to do, man?" Like, I'm not saying like you have to listen, but I'm telling you, bro, if you want to feel better, I do think this is a good step. I mean, this is a good way to start that journey of healing, you know what I mean? And because of that, about 3 or 4 days later, they would start being like, "Oh man, I feel so much better, bro. I realized I just gotta," and then they would say my advice, and I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like I would start like crashing out, bro. 'Cause it's like no fucking way. I told you to do that a fucking week ago, bruh, and you do it today. Brother, you did not figure that out on your own. I been told you to do that. And because of that shit would piss me off because it was like that was going on, right? So I would have to deal with their issues and I would have to like try to help them even though they wouldn't fucking listen anyways. And that was the best case scenario, you know what I mean? Like there was like two friends in one day. There was two friends. I tried to like they wanted me to give them advice. And I kept on being like, no, I don't wanna, no, I don't wanna. Sorry, I don't think it's I don't think I should. I think it'll be out of line. Like I've given up. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to give advice anymore just for people to not listen. And because of that, right? This person started begging and begging. Oh my god, no, please, please, I need your thoughts. Please, I'll listen, please. I give them my thoughts. And this shit genuinely hurt, bro. And I was like, okay. So I give my thoughts. I'm like, oh, I'm not trying to be rude, but I do think genuinely it would be nice if you tried not to yada yada yada, right? And because of that, the person ended up being like, oh, okay, good night. And I was like, yeah, because like, and this is what pissed me off so much because I literally was begging them. I was begging. I was like, please don't ask me to give you advice. I don't want to give any right now. Please, I just don't think I want to currently. But because like they like not made me right, but because they kept on pushing the idea that I should tell them some advice, because I kept on asking them the idea, or because they kept on asking me the idea, and I gave it and they didn't like it. I don't know what you want from me. Like, why do you think I didn't want to give the advice, you doofus? I didn't want to give it because bro, like it just hasn't been going well for me this whole week, bro. You really think I want to give more? And on top of that, like me and my girl were arguing a lot, not a lot, but we argued like for one day, and because we just couldn't find like a middle ground for a fat time, and it was just or we oh, it sounds so much worse than it is, but yeah, and just I don't know, just a whole bunch of things were like getting on my nerves and pissing me off that whole weekend. I just didn't know what to do, bro. And I felt like every single like step I took just kept on going worse and worse and worse and more wrong. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I just could not figure out what the right answer was. And because of that, I was mentally like getting drained. I was getting tired and I just didn't really like want to like not live, you know what I mean? But I just didn't want to like try anymore. I was like, all right, fuck it, bro. I'm just gonna do my thing and then I'm gonna, just lay down. But I've been feeling good as of this week. We're currently on Friday. So again, for the past like 4 or 5 days, I've been feeling pretty good. You know what I mean? I haven't been feeling overworked. I haven't been feeling overstressed. I haven't cried at all. I put on my big boy pants and I locked in. You feel me? And I've been feeling good. Now I'm a little bit scared though because I do feel like I'm at a point where like I only could break down so many more times. You know what I mean? Until I just am like officially ready to give up. And I've been trying to hold myself together. Like I said, I've been doing a good job, I think, but man, it doesn't stop me though from like worrying, because it's like, what if I have one bad day, like what if like I have that day, and that day fucks me up hella, 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 you know, that would not be too fun. So, because of that, yeah, it's kind of just how it is, But I don't know, man. That's what I was telling you guys in like I think episode 3, when it was me, Tis, and I think Life as the guest, or Hajime, better known as. But yeah, when we were doing that episode, I think we talked about how like the podcast is therapeutic. I think it was that episode, and I stand by that. I do think that's honestly true because I do think there's something like nice about doing a podcast. You know, what I mean, something that a lot of people don't really acknowledge till it's too late. Um, like I feel like the reason why everyone keeps on doing a podcast, I mean, like every YouTuber does a podcast, or every fucking like streamer or entertainer. The reason why every single person does a podcast is because like the social media business. I know it seems like it's easy, and I know it's like, oh man, I could just do this, I could just do that, but it kind of does get hard at times. And like I'm not gonna even bring up the argument about 9 to 5 because I do think that'd be stupid and not like it's like whatever. But it's like overall, I do think that like streaming is definitely a hard job though. You know what I mean? Especially if you wanna make it big. If you wanna be famous and you wanna succeed and you wanna like try your hardest at it, then yes, it is stressful, bro. The only time I've seen it the only time I've seen someone not give a fuck that much and they still blew up and they said it was like the easiest shit of all time, queso. Queso, I love you, bro, but I'm sorry. That is a crazy thing to say, bro. Streaming is not easy, bro, and you feel like it's easy because you're fat as fuck. Nah, my fault. I love you, Queso. Mwah, mwah, kisses, but it's like genuinely though, like I do think Queso was like I feel like he was kind of undermining it. You know what I mean? And I get it. He's a streamer. You know, you can say his opinion. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, you're wrong. Fuck you. How dare you even say that?" But I do disagree, though. You know what I mean? And I disagree because it's like, dude, the amount of shit you have to sacrifice. And this is what a lot of streamers don't tell you, bro. You have to sacrifice so fucking much, man. Yeah, I mean, like, for example, for me, right? Like, I really want to make it as a streamer. That's been like my dream since I was like a wee little child watching Smosh. You know, is that like I always wanted to succeed and make it big inside this type of industry, and like I have been broken up with, I have lost friends, I have just been mentally getting myself exhausted and drained constantly, and all that is just me trying to make it. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to succeed so badly to the point where like I was sacrificing a lot of stuff, and I do think that even now, like I'm sacrificing stuff still, but not a lot. Like I'm not like losing shit over it. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm happy to have my girlfriend that I do, because I do think she helps me way more than I could even imagine. You know, because like there'd be some days where like me and her haven't spoken for like 3 days because she's been working, and on this day she would be like, I don't know where to, like just I don't know where she'd randomly be like, oh hey, do you think we could call today? I'm like, huh? I have plans. What the hell? I thought I was gonna stream today. My bad. And I told her that like, oh, I'll just stream like tomorrow or something, or I'll just stream after you fall asleep and we call. And again, like the sweetheart she is, she always ends up being like, "Oh no, it's fine. Do your stream first. We can even call during stream if you want. Just make sure you get your streaming, okay? You need that bag." And I'm like, "I love you." And yeah, that's why I'm very happy to have the woman I do, because I do think that again she helps me a lot, like especially because I need it so much as of recent. And yeah, man. So thankfully I have good people. I'm surrounded by, you know. Um, Carlito too, even, you know what I mean? I was telling Carlito, because there was a day when I was like, again, this is very recent. I think it was like last week, like last like Saturday, I would say. But yeah, like I was like crying on call with my girl, and I was like, fuck, I hate myself. Like I'm tired of shit. This thing sucks. I'm stressed. I'm clocked. I don't want to do it anymore. And my girl cheered me up, and she made me feel better. But like my voice was still like pretty dead, and I was like, okay, whatever, man. Like whatever, man. So, but again, like she did make me feel better. So after that, she ended up going to sleep because she was super tired. So like I joined on my phone. I went on mute or some shit so I didn't wake her up. And I joined the call with my friends because I saw they were in there. And when I joined, Colito was just like, "Dude, are you good? You sound like did you just wake up? You sound so tired." I'm like, "Oh." And I asked him like, and I ended up being like, "Oh, is it really that obvious?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, fuck, bro. So I explained to Carlito everything that was going on, and he was like, oh, like, I love Carlito, man. Yo, Carlito, I know you're not going to watch this, but if you do, man, I love you, bro. I genuinely appreciate you. But, yeah, man, Carlito was like, oh, man, no, it's all good, bro. If you ever need anything, you know, we always here, you know what I mean? Come talk to us, bro. I'll try to make things easy on you. I'll do this, I'll do that. And I was like, you my goat, bro. You my fucking goat. And, yeah, man, but, like I said, I'm surrounded by great people that help me, you know? So because I can't be mad, but on to a better topic. Ooh, my fault, bro. That was my little happy scream. Ooh, but I should become an emote. That shit would hit so hard. But dude, y'all know what, bro? On my main channel, the Croy Furrow channel, bro, I hit 200 followers, bro. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so happy, bro. I hit 200 followers, chat. That's right. That's right. Officially, I am no longer a 100 boy. I'm a 2-0 baby. Ah. Yeah, bro. It's honestly nuts though, man. Like, cause I talked about this I think like a little bit. No, I didn't talk about this at all with y'all, bro. My fucking bad. But dude, like for my podcast channel, right? The Talking Lo-Fi one. I kid y'all not. That channel took me and my friend Goofy about like a year and a half, if not 2 years, or even 3 years, trying to get to 200 followers. And once we did, we just stopped seeing growth. You know what I mean? But dude, like on this Curry channel, man, it hasn't even been a year yet and we hit 200. You know how fucking crazy that feels, bro? Like I don't know if that's because like I've gotten better as a streamer or if it's because like again, like sec, I'm surrounded by great people, you know what I mean? And I don't know which one it is, but either way, I am fucking happy and ecstatic, bro. Holy shit. And it just motivates me, man. Like I feel like every time I wake up, I'm like, "Oh yeah." I just lock in, bro. I just hop on that fucking stream and I start being like, "What's up, guys? Today we're gonna suck dick for a living for 24 hours." And it's like, all right, bro. But why is I going with this? I don't know. But here's a bean. Cool. But yeah, no, man, it's been a great feeling, bro. And I am super excited to continue my growth on the channel. Yeah, I mean, and like, and again, like, I just hope that in one day I'm able to make this like a full time job. You know what I mean? Because as of currently, I'm making okay money, but not great. Like every stream I do gets me about like $1 at most. You know what I mean? And that's on a good day. So for me to get a check, which is yet to get $50 or more, and you'll get your check money. Um, which means I have to stream for 50 days just to make like decent money. You know what I mean? Or just to get a check like day in day out. So because of that, right? It's like I can't make this a full time job. I am trying to, right? But I haven't been able to commit to it to that level, right? Because I've been having to do shit a lot, like as of recent, and it's just crazy, bro. You know, it's just crazy. And life has been going good, man. And I just been thinking like, okay, well, shit. If I'm growing this fast, then dude, in like when I hit that year one mark, I'll probably be making even better money. You know, I don't know about the best money, but I'll definitely be making money that's like pretty solid for the most half. You know, and man, it's just been getting me excited, bro. And I just really cannot wait. You know, and like I don't know if y'all feel the same, but every now and then, whenever I'm laying down on my bed, I kind of end up asking myself, bro, like, where do I see myself in like a year, 2 years? You know, and the answer always ends up being like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, you know, like I could be dead, I could be a millionaire, I could be homeless. Who even knows, bruh? And I feel like the question is such an overrated question, to be honest. Like I feel like people talk about that question way too much. And I get why they ask it, but overall, I still feel the way I do. You know what I mean? Where it's like I do think it's an overrated question, but it's a fun one to answer, you know, because in the end, you dead ass don't know, you know? And I know that for a lot of people, they could see themselves in the future being like, oh, I'm gonna have one kid, two kids. Oh, I'm not gonna be living rich, but I'm not gonna be living poor. I'm gonna be having like a fucking two bathroom, two bed house. And I'm like, okay. But for me, man, I don't think I've ever figured out what I was gonna be in 5 years. Like, I think every time I ask myself that, I just don't fucking know the answer ever in my life. And I still don't really know the answer. But all I do know is that I want it to be this. You know what I mean? Like whether like me and Tits are like blown up or whether we're still like pretty underground and small, I don't care really, you know what I mean? I just feel like I love the bubble I'm in, you know? Like at this point in time in my life, I feel like I'm having so much fun doing what I'm doing that I don't care what else is really there, you know? And like yeah, I don't know. It's still pretty crazy though, you know, because I know that's not how it's going to be like in about like 2 or 3 months or even 4 months. I'm gonna hopefully be moving in with my girlfriend by this time, which is like, you know, it's crazy to think of, you know what I mean? Because it's like, holy fuck, you know? Like, I'm gonna be in, because she lives in Hungary, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn, I'm gonna be living in Hungary for a little bit, or for a fat minute, and that's gonna be just wild to think of. And holy, you know? Like, I'm gonna be moving away from everything. I'm gonna be moving away from, like, my friends that are close to me. I'm gonna be moving away from the stores that I know. And like my cousin that I help with soccer each day, I'm not gonna be able to see him ever again for like 2 whole years until I have to come back and then leave again. But overall, man, it's like holy, you know, like my life is currently at a point where it is moving so fast and there's so much stuff happening that I kind of don't hate it. You feel me? I usually do, but like I don't mind it this time, you know. And I don't know, like it's just again, like I said, 5 years down the line, you know. That's all I really could say. 'Cause that's kind of just how I'm feeling, and man, it's gonna be a fun time, bro. And same thing with his, cause I don't think Tis told y'all yet, and I'll let him talk about it more when again he's on like when he's back, you know. But I guess I'll just tell y'all like the basis of it. You know what I mean? Pretty much Tis right now. Wants to become a fisherman. I fucking know, right? That's crazy, but I support him. I think it's cool as hell. You know what I mean? But yeah, he wants to become a fisherman and like ride his own boat and like never see people ever in his life, just him in the ocean. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about, dude? You know, like that shit is confusing as hell. But yeah, I do think it's pretty cool though, for sure. You know what I mean? And because of that, Kiss was like, "Hey man, like I do the podcast as much as I can, and I'll talk to you and everyone else whenever I can. But overall, I'm gonna be on the sea." And I'm like, "Fair enough." I guess I cannot argue with that, you know? And I do think it's interesting because, like, again, 5 years later, you know, I'm sorry for repeating it, but, you know, like, thinking about it, it's like, damn, Tis 5 years down the line, what do I think is going to happen to him, right? Because Tis has always been kind of like wishy washy. I don't even mean to say that to be rude. Tis, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, baby girl, but, well, sorry, I got coffee. Coffee. But, like, Tis has always been a weird one to, like, think of when it comes to, like, the 5 year question because Tis wanted to be an MMA. When I first met Tis, he wanted to work in MMA, right? He wanted to be a professional fighter. Then he was like, "Oh, I don't want to be," and I'm like, "Okay," because he got into the ring for the first time and he got like clapped, I guess, and he was like, "Holy shit, I do not want to do this." So after that, Tis ended up being like, "Oh, okay, I want to be." I forgot what else he said, but he said, "I want to be something else." So he tried it, and that too, he was like, well, I'm not gonna be it. It's just impossible for me to be it, so I just don't want it anymore. And I'm like, okay. And then he said the whole thing with like, oh, I'd love to give streaming and again like YouTube a try. And I was like, oh shit, bet then, bro. So yeah, we started doing that. And then yeah, like so far he likes it so, and he can't see himself doing it like full time, but I think he said that he would like to if I'm correct. And I'm like, oh, tight, bro. Now his dream is like the whole fishing thing. You know what I mean? Like go onto the sea for a whole 10 to 20 years. And man, that's just so crazy to think about because I'm wondering like if he is gonna stick with it or if he's just gonna give up and like be like, nah, I don't care anymore, you know? So always exciting looking to Tiss's life, but besides that, man, I don't know if there's much I can really update y'all on, you know? Like I feel like I've already given y'all the rundown of like my week, Tiss and his whole thing. Um, I guess all I can really tell y'all is like I don't know, bro. I really don't know, but I do want to check something just to make sure I'm right on this. Cause if so, hold up. Wait, just give it a sec. Just give it a sec. I'm going to the channel. Oh, that's what it is, dude. Gotta say thank y'all so much. I know we haven't like done it yet, but dude, we're about to hit 10 fucking subs, bro. Oh, we're about to hit 10 fucking subs, bro. Look at that. We're at. I know y'all can see it gets blurry as shit on my phone, but currently we got 9 subscribers. All right, we have 5 videos out, 9 subscribers. Dude, that's so fucking sick. Thank y'all so much, man. If y'all are tuning into each episode and you guys are using shit to like fall asleep or to like do your homework or whatever, thank y'all so much, man. It generally does mean a lot. And again, we are planning on doing like specials here and there, like for every like 10th or episode or fifth episode or whatever. But man, y'all do mean the world, bro. Thank y'all so much. Um, and yeah, we can only hope to grow just more and more, you know? Because I think that like especially Tis, right? Tis has always been like, oh man, I don't think we're gonna get more than 2 viewers, bro. Oh my god, if we get even one, I'll be surprised. Oh my god, by the end of the year, gain 100, impossible. And like Tis is such a Debbie Downer, you know? So it's like the fact that like again, like we're slowly growing at like a good rate, and you know, I mean, like I do think it's kind of funny seeing Tiss's reaction, being like, "Oh, damn, bro, that's crazy," you know, because and like I just love the idea of podcasting. I mean, I just like the idea of being able to talk to you guys for sometimes, you know, because especially when like I'm streaming, you know, I mean, when I'm streaming, I feel like I don't really get the chance a lot, you know, because it's always like, "Oh man, look at this game, look at what's happening, bro," or some bullshit like that. But when it's a podcast and you can't, my bean. when it's a podcast and you're kind of just sitting here and you kind of have to just talk, it feels nice. You know what I mean? Knowing that there's no like pressure of like having to play a game or be good at anything. You know? Because I do think talking is one of the only traits where like you don't even have to be decent at it. You know what I mean, as long as you know how to talk, you'll already be like pretty average. You know? And that's always a fun idea. You know, because then I don't have to like think really hard on like, oh, what am I gonna say next? What am I gonna do next? You know? And it's just really nice knowing that. But yeah, on another note, on another note, on another note, I got ranty all about something, okay? Because since Sis is not here, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, bruh. So let's get into the next topic. My fault. But, dude, Chad, there's been so many good anime and gaming things coming out and music things. Like, for you I don't know, because I just don't really feel like I need to bring it up, but I love Ski Master Slump God and XXX Tentacion. Those two guys, like I grew up with, you know what I mean? Like they were my favorite artists for like a solid like 5 years, and then I found Kendrick Lamar, you know what I mean? And dude, I love them so much, bro. So if y'all don't know, Ski Mask and X are like rapping buddies. Ski and X are like best friends or whatever, and they're rapping buddies. X passed away in 2020, rest in peace. And pretty much today, right? 2025, 5 years later, Ski Mask ends up being like, oh, I bet I'm gonna drop an album, and the album's gonna have old songs that are unreleased that like everyone wants. And bro, I was squealing like a fucking high school girl, bro. I was like, ee, and I was dancing, doing my little fucking happy dance, bro. And it was so fire. I love the album so much, bro. And it kind of just reminded me while listening to it. I was like, damn, bro. I forgot how much I fucking love these guys. Like, like, bro, they just make bangers, bro. Like, simply, you know. They were just such an insane duo. Yeah, I mean, like one of them would be the guy who makes like the crazy bars, raps hella fast with fun flows, and he just rhymes like cartoon shit. And the other one is like super aggressive hard rap that makes you like in the element. You know what I mean? And dude, I forgot how much I love them, bro. But I am pissed, bro. I am pissed because there was one song that Ski Mask said that would be released onto the album, and it never got released. And I'm pissed, bro. And it was because they had a copyright like beat behind it, which made me so fucking sad. And the song, you guys can look this up. Go on YouTube right now, like just pop our little thing down to like the corner or whatever, and look up Freddy versus Jason, Ski Mask and X or whatever, right? And it should have like the two of them like in each corner. And listen to that and tell me that shit's not heat, bro. Because that was a song that was gonna be set to release onto the album, and apparently it didn't come onto the album, and I'm so sad because of it. Because bro, that song right there, oh my god, actually was literally my favorite song, bro. Like actually, but yeah, so whatever, man. They still had other bangers and nice tracks. You know what I mean? So I could really care less, but still, it was nice, you know, getting a little refresher of like their type of music because I feel like I feel like especially nowadays, I feel like there hasn't been much rap releasing. You know, like I feel like everyone released like all their albums and songs like last year. You know what I mean? Like during the whole like Drake Kendrick thing, and because of that, everyone decided to drop. But now that everyone's dropped, everyone's also like, oh, we don't have anything else. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, we've already gone through everything. Oh shit, what do we do now? So because of that, it's like I feel like there's been kind of a drought lately for rap. You know, but it's okay, bro. It's okay. Cause I already know that like I don't know, like I already know that like in like a week or two, you know, someone's gonna drop an album and it's just gonna start up a whole wave of like releases, you know. Actually, speaking of releases, I do want to talk to you all about the Tyler the Creator album. Oh my god. Okay, so for you guys that don't know what Tyler the Creator is, who Tyler the Creator is, he's an artist that makes like music and he's just a music artist, right? He makes rap and shit like that, but he made a new album that he dropped out of nowhere, bro. This shit was trash. I'm being so for real. This shit was dog ass, bro. Oh my god. Never in my life would I ever want to hear this shit again. Cause what it is y'all remember like Bruno Mars? I mean, again, like I know half our fan base is like from like you know the Europeans or whatever. You half you guys are Europeans, but like, do y'all have Bruno Mars or do y'all listen to Bruno Mars? Like he's the one that made I literally can't think of any other songs or any songs right now, but yeah, he made like a fuck ton of music and he was like a big artist for like a fat minute, right? Like Justin Bieber level for like a little bit, you know? And pretty much he's known for like making like disco bangers or like sad music, right? Like it's either Bruno makes sad music or it makes like club bangers. And pretty much with this new Tyler the Creator album, Tyler wanted to do that. So he made an album where like it was super bumpy, super funky, and like he was just like barely saying shit, you know what I mean? And you could imagine like closing your eyes and boom, LED lights flashing everywhere, you know? And that shit was ass. It was ass. It was so dog ass, bro. Oh my god. Never again do I ever want to hear that shit in my life. Um Again, look it up right now and listen to it, bro. Listen to like two or three songs and you'll see how dog shit that is. But yeah, I don't know why he released that too because this was Tyler's like first like bad album. You know what I mean? Like ever since the start of his career, I think Tyler's only released like bangers. You know what I mean? Like he had Chromacopia, which is the most popular one now he has, and it has some of the best songs he's ever made. You have his Flower Boy, which was known as like his like himself, his first like him album. You know what I mean? Where it was him being honest. And you have Call Me If You Get Lost, which was like the super mainstream album where he was just making banger after banger after banger, and all of it was getting showed on the radio. You know? And you have this one, which is just like, oh my, oh my, you know, like I just, oh, these songs suck, you know. Me and my friend Aiden were doing a listen through it, and bro, like I don't know what he was thinking, but bro had no idea for what he wanted. Holy shit, that one felt so everywhere, and it felt like a bunch of songs that like he scrapped. You know what I mean? Cause holy, that shit had nothing on it. But yeah, it was still a fun like time because it's just Tyler. You know what I mean? So it was just fun like going through it, but Jesus Christ, man. Like that's something I expected out of an artist who was like just trying to make music. You know, because she was that bad. But yeah, enough of the music topic. I also want to get into the anime for a little bit because my episode's almost up. I only have 10 more minutes. No, bro. But yeah, I want to talk about the Dior anime. Yep, there you go. Dude, chat. I've been getting back into animes lately. So for y'all that don't know, I used to be a big, and I mean humongous anime dick rider for like a lot of my years until I hit like 17, and then I just kind of like had to do other stuff. But as of recent, I've been getting so fucking back into it, man. Like crazy. I've been watching anime after anime after anime after anime, like every like day, bro, almost. Yeah, I mean, and bro, I forgot how good it could be, you know? Like I was watching this is a while back. It's like 2 or 3 months ago, but I was watching an anime called Oshinoko, right? Or what's it called My Idol? No, My Star. There you go. Or just give me a sec. Okay, have a lost phone because it was called it's called Pop Idol or some shit, right? What? Um. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just called like Pop Idol, Loki. But yeah, I was watching that one. For y'all to know what I'm talking about, y'all already know what I'm about to say. And like that anime, dude, it's been so long since I've seen an anime that's made me like think and feel so heavily. You know what I mean? And look, I know half of you guys are gonna say, "Oh, it's so corny, bro. It's just animation, bro. Get over it." If y'all could cry on Multiverse or Into the Spider Verse, I could cry on fucking anime, bro. Fuck you. But yeah, I've been rewatching, or I watched like that anime for the first time a few months ago, and dude, the anime is so good. Look, there's obviously like a little bit of like weirdness with it, and a little bit of like, again, just not good shit that should never have been like in the script. But dude, when you get past that and you like look at the anime just for what it is and for what it's meant to be, dude, it's so well written, bro. Oh my god. And like watching that anime made me realize like how much I loved anime and how much like I missed it, you know? And it's just been such a long time since I've seen an anime that like made me feel that type of way, like that like locked into it. and it's got me super excited, you know. So I've been following like anime pages on Instagram, like trying to look into like what's new. There's a lot that I still need to continue to rewatch. Like I've seen Solo Leveling, I've seen Kaiju number 8, and I've seen Sakamoto Days. I have not watched the season twos for any of them yet, bro. Holy fuck! I am planning on like watching Sakamoto Days part two, probably first. Solo Leveling, dude. I don't know. Can I be honest with y'all, bro? How the fuck did Solo Leveling get as big as it did? That shit is good, but holy, it's not even close to that good. You know what I mean? I don't know how people glazed it so unnaturally hard. That shit was not that crazy, bro. Like it was a good watch, right? Like it had a cool concept of like, oh man, there's portals that open up and you had to save the day or whatever. But besides that, dude, it's not anything insane, bro. I'm gonna be honest. And like same thing goes for what was the one I was thinking of? It was Sakamoto Days, Soul Leveling, and like Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 I think deserves more credit. You know what I mean? That's a show that genuinely kicks ass, bro. And I feel like everyone's been like glazing it and loving it, but they haven't been loving it as much as like again like Soul Leveling, right? Or Demon Slayer. Like Kaiju number 8 has not gone to that level yet, and I don't know why. Like what? It's such a cool concept, bro. It's literally Attack on Titan without like the drama. You feel me? It's literally Attack on Titan if you just wanted cool like transformations to punch hard. It's so fucking good, and like I do think they have a good story too. Not to discredit it. I think their story is really well written. Because it's about like if you guys don't know what Kaiju number 8 is, so around the world there's like these things called kaiju's, right? These like giant monster beasts or whatever, and they like fuck up your whole town. And there are some people. No, sorry, there is a person who becomes a kaiju, or he can like transform into one. You know what I mean? And he don't know why. He don't even know how it happened, but he could just transform into it. I forgot why, Loki. It's been a while. Forgive me, but it's a really cool concept. You know what I mean? So again, literally Aaron, right? Aaron becoming a Titan after like getting fed one or whatever. And I think Kaiju number 8's literally that bar for bar, and the story is really good because like the weapons are super unique to like the kaiju killers, right? Like one of them has like a scythe, one of them has like a railgun, one of them has a fucking bomb, and because of that, it's just a really cool like plot of like, oh, am I a fucking kaiju or am I a human? And it's just been such a cool concept. You know what I mean? And I don't know why, again, like Soul Leveling got more love than that so far. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's that, I guess. And another anime I think that deserves more love, period. Like, it gets a lot of love, sure, right? But not for its story, more so for its characters. You know what I mean? That's Fate. If y'all don't know, I'm a Fate dick rider, bro. I love Fate. I think, like, I grew up on Fate. It was one of my, like, first, like, it was, like, up there in, like, the first 6 animes I've watched, you know? And Fate is about, like, these, like, mages who are gonna go into like a holy grail war, right? Like they're gonna fight for like the cup that could give you a wish. And there's gonna be 7 masters that are chosen, and they're gonna have like these servants that are like historical figures. So like let's say like Leonardo DiCaprio, right? He could become your servant, and he would be like a assassin class, right? So he'd be fast, nimble, no one would know where he is, and he's just quick as shit, you know. And because of that, it's just a cool concept, you know what I mean? Of like, oh, there's these like super god tier beings killing each other and fighting, you know? Because like they have a fuck ton of like actual characters. They have like Jack the Ripper. They have like they have Sir Lancelot. They have Hercules, Ares. They have so many cool like servants, you know? And I feel like people just don't know Fate. Like every time I've asked someone, "Oh, hey, do you know Fate?" They're always like, "No, what is that?" I show them a picture of it, and they're like, "Oh, I've seen that girl somewhere. Ain't she the femboy?" And I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just be pissing me off, bro, because it's like, ain't no way y'all know the characters and not the story, bro. Because I do think it's such a fun watch. Like, I do think that, like, people should get into it more, you know? And I see why they don't like it, but at the same time, it's like, just give it a chance, bro. But I guess, like, again, like, just to explain it a little bit more, the reason why people don't like it, or at least the reason why I've come to, or the reason why I think people don't like it is because, like, the anime is 24 episodes, you know what I mean? And when someone tells you, oh man, Fate's about like these cool servants fighting in a 1v1ing, right? You go into the episodes and you're like, oh, okay. So they're gonna fight to the death. Cool. And once you get like 8 episodes in, you realize that there hasn't been action yet. Because all of the fighting gets crammed into the end half of the anime, right? So like once you hit like episode like 13, 14, that's when you're getting like fight after fight after fight after fight, you know what I mean? And it's so sick. But for the first like 12 or 13 episodes, you know what I mean? You're kind of just sitting there like watching the story of like characters bond, you know what I mean? Them growing and being like, hey, I want to wish for eternal peace. Nah, bro. See, eternal peace is cool and all, but like, why though? You know what I mean? It's like it's about them like it's about the bonds that the masters and servants are growing, you know. And because of that, a lot of people don't really want to watch it because again, it's just like it's not what they came here for, you know. But still, I do think it's six series. Six series. I do think you guys got to tune in on it, bro. But yeah, I have 5 more rants in the episode, so let me rant about something else for y'all real quick, bro. Deltarune. Oh my god, I fucking love Deltarune. So far, at least. I've been recording episodes of it, and I'm editing it and like uploading it on like my channel, right? My Crowy channel, and like I recorded episode one, and I've been editing it, and bro, like so far, that game's actually not bad. For all that don't know what Deltarune is, please for the love of God, look it up and watch a playthrough, bro. It is a fire ass game, but yeah, I like played the first half in like the classroom and like they walk into like the closet and they fall into like the hole of despair or whatever. And dude, that shit's pretty cool. Like I don't think the characters are too fun right now. The characters are okay, but besides that, I mean, I think it's been a blast low key. Like I think that like the stories are like already well made. I do think that like the idea is a pretty cool one, you know what I mean? And I think overall, I think I am pretty curious on like where the game's gonna go, you know? Because I don't think it's finished. I could be wrong as of today, but I don't think it's finished. I'm pretty sure the game is like on chapter 3 or something, and they're planning to make like 5 or I don't know, some bullshit like that. But yeah, man, I'm super excited to play through it and just see like how they continue it because Toby Fox I think is a great like game designer and writer. Um, I do see like for y'all that like are FNAF kids, right? Okay. Do you guys know how you guys have like how you guys have like Scott Cawthon and to you guys Scott Cawthon is like a fucking genius when it comes to like making games and like writing stories. Yeah, Toby Fox to me is Scott Cawthon, but more underrated. You know what I mean? Like his game didn't blow up the gaming industry. You know what I mean? His game was just really fucking good and it was right there, but it wasn't enough. Slightly wasn't enough. You know? That's how I feel about Scott. No, that's how I feel about Toby. I think that both of them are like really fucking good at making games. I feel like both of them like are in the same like tier for me when it comes to like design and making. So yeah, man. Like I've been super excited for to continue Deltarune. It's just bro, editing takes so long. Like I recorded about 40 minutes worth, and bro, I am so far from finishing this episode. Yeah, I mean if I edit it, you know, it's like because for all I don't know, for I looked it up by the way. On average, it takes someone who's editing, even if you're great at it, it takes someone who edits for to edit 1 minute of a video, it takes them about 10 minutes to actually like add shit, cut stuff, add subtitles, funny memes. It takes people on average about 10 minutes, which is crazy by the way. Like holy. And like I've been able to speedrun it for the most stuff. Like in 1 hour, I could get like 15 to 20 minutes worth of editing done, but it's like oh man, like I don't even get pooped. I'm just like I bet for my own sanity, I'm gonna put a pause in it. Yeah, I mean, and like come back to it later, but yeah, I do think editing's fun, but I do eventually I want to create like a like if I ever blow up and like succeed, you know what I mean? I want to create like an editing program, you know, where like or where like kids could like learn how to edit and like make shit, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how the fuck I would do that, which is why I'm saying like when I'm bigger and I understand it better. But I do think it'll be fun to make like a program or like a server or something to where like young kids who want to like get into like you know being editors could actually get into being editors, you know? Because I do feel like people just haven't really like wanted to try because everything just looks so complicated. You know what I mean? Like for example, like the best editing software and no one argues it is DaVinci. You know what I mean? DaVinci Resolve. And like I've understood it, but dude, like I tried getting like 3 of my friends into editing, right? And every single time they have opened it, they're like, "Holy fuck, what am I looking at?" You know what I mean? So I have to explain to them, "Oh, that box is the drop in your files." Then you drag it to this little bar, and this little bar you can actually move it up and down so you can look at the sound and the video. If you don't know where it is, it's all good. It's probably just at the end, or it's probably just highlighted under, and then it's just a whole bunch of yapping and having to like explain. You know what I mean? Also, I need to take a shit really badly, but because of that, it's like I feel like DaVinci is just so complicated. So I do think it would be nice if like one day I create like a company that's like kind of like how if y'all that know Mark Rober, he's a famous NASA engineer who became a YouTuber and like now he makes fire videos. Kind of like how he has like Crunch Labs, like his own like company on like helping kids like learn science. I want to do that, but for editors. Yeah, I mean, like I want to create a program where like people could like join in and be like, oh man, how do I make a fucking T Rex do the fucking Harlem Shake? And I could be like, do this. You know what I mean? I do think that'd be a really fun concept, but yeah, I want to talk to the I want to talk about that with Tis. I want to see Tiss's idea, you know, or Tiss's thoughts. But yeah, man, that'll be today's episode, bro. And again, Tiss probably won't be back for next episode too, so y'all better get ready for me. Yes, I am Spread Eagle. Stop talking. Um, but yeah, man, that'll be it for this episode, man. I hope y'all enjoyed, bro. And again, if y'all like the idea of me doing like my own episodes, then maybe again like it'll motivate me more to do them. But overall, man, I think that's about the end of it for this one. You know, I love y'all, bro, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope y'all smile and little kisses for y'all, bro. I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. I appreciate y'all for joining in. I'm out.
Too hard, don't stay too close. You gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. Been on the road, I don't fuck where I come. Long as I get paid, that little fire. Tripping on my mind. Something's like that, back shit and shit. Always all the time. This ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie can make.